Hello and welcome to the Daily Neloo. Today I'm here with actor, producer, and writer Dylan Kamm. Welcome, Dylan.
Thank you.
So Dylan, you got your start pretty early, right? With
Yes.
the 99 Cent Family.
Yes. Even before that, I started as a kid acting, and then I didn't get the writing bug until I was about 20 years old.
I've seen some clips of it.
Uh-huh.
It's a play, essentially.
Yes.
Did you mean to write it as a play?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, it was intended as a play.
And it's based on your own experience with growing up with Iranian parents in the U.S.
Yes, and having an American girlfriend who's now my wife.
Who was a dancer.
Who was a dancer. Yeah, a lot of it was just taken from our relationship. I mean, the aha moment came when we were out to dinner one night and we were talking about like all the things that she'd experienced by being around this new culture that she had never encountered before. And when the check came, I started writing on the back of the receipt like all the ideas, and about like, maybe 50% of those ideas made it into the final project.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a
true
lot.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was touring with a Persian play at the time, and so I knew the circuit. I knew that we could write it, and there's a market for it, and so I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't have the means to make a movie, but I know if I write a play, then I can get it produced and get it running. And so we started writing it together, and that was not a good idea.
You and Danielle?
Me and Danielle, yeah. So, she's just, because obviously she doesn't speak any Farsi, so it was like, I would write a joke, and I would be laughing, and I'd say, no, it's really funny, you gotta trust me on this one. She was like, okay, yeah.
Welcome to the Hotel California. Oh, what a lovely place. What a lovely place. Giving it up in the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. What a nice surprise.
Did your family have issues with you writing this and kind of exposing some of the...
I'm trying to think. No, my dad didn't think it was about us at all.
Really?
I don't think he still does.
He's in denial.
Yeah, he watches it as like, just like an audience member. Like,
Yeah, so he likes
this
it.
is a totally different family.
So Dylan, what are you working on now?
So now, a few years ago, actually, after our last run, I wanted to get into television. So I started writing a pilot and finished writing it. And I have a lot of actor friends. So we all pulled our resources together and we produced the pilot as a proof of concept. It's called Sports Suits, and it's about a bunch of sports agents who suck at being sports agents.
Right.
And that is my main project now, trying to push that out and hopefully get it in the right hands.
Yeah. So I had the chance to watch it, and I grew up playing a lot of sports, so I got some of like the nuances. But aside from that, I thought it was hilarious.
Thank you.
It's on the more adult side,
Yes.
I would say, with the humor.
Rated R, for sure.
But I definitely felt like, I want to see the next episode.
Whatever happened to Buchanan?
He's homeless.
What?
Yeah. He's panhandling over on Lancashire. Buchanan?
Isaac! Hey! Hey, Isaac, how are you, man?
Dude, what is going on?
Huh? Oh, man, I lost everything. Couldn't get a job after Stiebel, and my wife left me for a fucking little boyfriend. And it all went downhill after that.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Oh, hey,
Can you help out a brother? Anything you do, man, to make a difference.
dude, sorry, I don't have any cash.
Oh, that's okay. Check it out.
Huh?
I take cards.
What?
Yeah, I got one of these things. I'm killing it on this corner, running circles around these fucking bums. I got the market. Hey, shall I put you down for a cool 20? I know you got it.
Shit, Dad, it's green light. Gotta go, buddy.
What?
Hey, good luck.
Hey, wait. Hey, fuck you.
You had shot some of the scenes out in LA and Santa Monica without a permit, and,
Yeah.
and what was that like?
It was tough. Everything was actually guerrilla. The only time we had something semi non illegal was when we shot in Layla's office, who was my sister.
Yeah.
And she's like, you could shoot here on the weekend. We'll have to sneak you in because security will not
So it
allow
was
for
illegal.
this, right? But she's like, you gotta buy insurance. And we had no money. So I searched the internet up and down, finally found some company for like very cheap. I probably wasn't covered for anything, but it was enough to let her feel safe, and we got in. Beside that, everything else was just figure it out, shoot it, and pray that you don't get a ticket for.
And you had some close calls, right, with the police?
Well, yes. We have a scene that's shot outside, completely like it needed to take place at a traffic light. So I kept thinking, how am I gonna do this? Like this is gonna get us in trouble because we'll have to stop traffic because it had to be in a left-hand turn and in the center divider. So I really thought about this scene hard. And then one day I was driving and I found a street that was perfect for it. Like there was not too much traffic coming from the other way. So I was like, okay, this is our location. I told the crew, I told everybody Saturday, XYZ date, be there, we're gonna do this. We're gonna knock this scene out. We have to knock this scene out. I was so worried about it. So we showed up and the first take is one of our actors, Henry LeBlanc, he's dressed as a homeless guy and he's supposed to be attacking me. So he's coming towards the camera and I was off in the distance and he was just attacking my cinematographer, Jonathan Stromberg. First take of the day, he's running towards him and a police officer turns the corner. She gets out of her car. She draws her gun.
Did you get it on camera?
I think the first second of it we have, but then John, his instincts kicked in and he tried to hide his camera. His life was on the line. And I don't know how, but I was like hidden, like behind a car, so she didn't see me. And he's like, no, don't shoot, I'm an actor. Oh my God. She's like, oh, thank God. I thought, she was so relieved. She forgot about giving us a ticket and just got in her car and drove off. And we were like, wow, that was pretty crazy. We had a lot of fun shooting it, but it took us 9 months. So nobody could gain weight, lose weight.
Put on a beard.
Yeah. And then what's funny...
Yeah, you cannot tell.
Nothing.
I mean...
No, you can't do anything. That was very strict with them. I'm like, dude. The only thing that I know is Chris Degner, who plays one of the lead agents, and he's like the very sloppy guy.
Oh yeah.
Isaac, he plays Isaac. He kept bringing the wrong tie, like dude, and I would send him pictures of the tie he had. Right, yeah, and it's one continuous day, so you gotta match it. And I'm like, dude, this is the tie. So one day, one of the scenes is at a restaurant and he totally had the wrong tie, even though I had texted him.
The Thai restaurant, I think it is?
The Thai restaurant, yes. Which is actually a Persian restaurant that we dressed into a Thai restaurant. So he had the wrong tie, so I was like, okay, so we had to improvise, so we took a handkerchief off the table and we made him wear it.
Oh my God.
to cover
He
him
should
up.
just bring all his ties.
That's what I said. How hard is it?
How many ties do you have?
How hard is it?
So what was your inspiration behind sports suits? Because
Good question. What's funny is that I'm actually not a huge sports fan anymore. I was when I was a kid. I really loved the Lakers, and I loved them in their worst time. This right after when Magic left. I was one of those fans that thought, like, if I don't watch it, they're gonna lose. I'm causing. Yeah, I was one of those.
You were causing.
Yes.
They know you're not watching.
Right. So I just find it funny, and then a lot of people, adults, are like that to this day. Like they're diehard fans. So I find that entertaining. And then the
But this is behind the scenes, right?
Right.
This is
Yes.
the people you don't get to really see.
Exactly. And so I kind of wanted to explore that world of like, okay, these guys who are truly in control of these athletes' careers, like what are they like? And I've had the experience of, working closely with my own agent and manager and stuff, and I kind of see how they are with actors, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that the agents for athletes are the same. So I kind of wanted to explore that world and show how, like, the fans might be so diehard, but everyone behind the scenes is kind of...
It's a business.
It's a business.
Yeah.
And, just exploring some of the... Of course, it's very satirical and far-fetched, but some of those crazy things happen. There's a lot of crazy sports news that comes out. Like,
Right.
Like every year there's some crazy scandal.
Yeah.
And I think, to me, it's just funny.
Let's talk about the humor a little bit in Sports Suits.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's on the more of the adult side. What was your perspective, kind of taking that humor into the existing Me Too era?
Well, it was written before Me Too.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was actually...
So it predates.
Yes. So I think it was like one of my... Jim Hanks, who plays the boss of...
Oh my God, he looks so much like his brother.
Yes, he does. We actually had to change him up because he looks so much like his brother Tom, which I'm sure people have heard of. That we
Jim's brother. Tom.
Yes. He had to like put on a goatee and stuff because they just look identical. But yeah, he was telling me like, dude, like, do you have ESP or something? Because a few of the things that I don't know how clean your show.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so like, there's one part in the very beginning where calling the mom's house a shithole.
Yes.
Then President Trump, like, the first few months of office, called one of the countries a shithole. And like a few of those things happened, and the Me Too and this and that. And Jim was like, dude, do you have ESP or something? Because all of that, we had shot and wrapped.
Wow.
6-7 months before Me Too. And then Me Too came in, and so it was actually kind of bad timing for us because some of our jokes were...
But it's so over the top that it's obvious it's a joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
So...
And the reception has been great. You guys won an award?
We did. And again, it was last year, so it was Me Too was very hot, and people were receptive. They get it. It's so far-fetched. And, shows like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which has the same humor, they've also tackled Me Too. They have episodes about that. And it's just showing how there's outlandish people out there still to this day, even in the Me Too era. But of course, now if obviously if we get picked up, then we would massage it a little bit. We would change some things around to make it fit to be more current with the environment.
So where are you in that process of getting it picked up?
We are. My manager is shopping it around, and we're trying to push it up the ladder as much as we can. We're thinking about possibly turning it into a web series to just kind of get a following behind it, and that's possible that can happen, just to get more people to view it and have it be open. So no contracts in front of us yet. but it's one of those things where it takes time, and we know that it can take some time. So I'm just focused on writing future episodes and staying.
I told you I want to see another episode.
Yeah, staying. You gotta stay proactive. In the meantime, that's all you can do.
So Dylan, you've been, like you said, you've been acting since you were a child, and did plays, and now with this series. What is your advice for actors? You know, who it's taking some time, taking much longer than what they thought it would take. You know, coming out here.
You know, I had a great teacher who I just found out passed away, an acting teacher. His name was R.J. Adams, and he was phenomenal. And he would say to you on your first day of the session, he would say, "Nice to meet you, give yourself 20 years. Nice to meet you." And he would just introduce himself to everybody like that. And he said that Sandy Meisner, who's a famous acting teacher, who was his acting teacher, that was his thing. He would go around to everybody and he would say, "Give yourself 20 years. And really, it's give yourself 20 years from the time you get to LA. Because even if you were acting back home in Ohio or Kansas or whatever, it doesn't really count until you get here. Just be patient and focus on building your relationships and train in the meantime. Train.
And if you get casted, make sure you bring the right tie.
Yes.
Because you're going to be shooting for the same day.
Don't
give your director a heart attack.
Yes, the tie. Keep it the same each time.
That is really funny.
Only Chris.
So Dylan, thank you so much for being here. I'll be sure
me.
to link the trailer for Sports Suits for our audience so they can get a feel for it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.